The year is 2012, and as the Irish people prepare to vote in their 9th Lisbon referendum, the tumbleweed blows across this once prosperous land. Éire now has 1 million people on the dole. There are 200,000 unsold houses, and that's just in Leitrim. Former Prime Minister Brian Cowen, or Biffo as he is known to his adoring public, has just been made redundant from his turf-cutting job in Clara outside Tullamore. The Mahon Tribunal has finally reported, and so, as Barack Obama begins his second term, Bertie Ahern begins his first stretch. I'm an innocent man. I done nothing. I never done dollars. All that has happened is I got a few quid off Paddy the Plaster. You have to remember I was only Minister of Finance at the time, and Paddy was, well, he was a plaster. Look, it's all a big misunderstanding. What happened was Paddy the Plaster got on to Bob the Builder, who had a word with Dodgy, the developer, and they had a whip around, and they gave me a dig out. I didn't want it. I didn't ask for it. I tried to give it back. Look, will someone get me out of here? Look, I was going through a dark and difficult period. I didn't even have a bank account at the time, and I was sleeping on a mattress that was all lumpy, because that's where I kept my savings, which was mostly in small change. Because during the period, I was selling the big issue on O'Connell Bridge, and I was doing a bit of busking at the weekends outside Lily's. I had nothing. I was living in the attic over my office, and only for the local chipper, a tasty snacks, I would have starving. A tasty snacks, I used to send over a snack box in the evening, and I was also getting the occasional 6-pack of Bass from the offie of the Flying Bottle in Phibsborough. I didn't ask for them. I didn't want them. I tried to give them back. But when they wouldn't take them back, I just done the normal, the Fianna Fáil thing. I put the owners of the offie and the chipper on a state board. The owner, the chipper, Romano Macari, was a genius with the cod in batter, so I made him the chairman of Bordish Guara. I remember in November '94, which if you check the records was a very cold winter. I had to wear 3 anoraks, and CJ lended me a mohair coat for the end of the bed. Around the same period, I got into trouble with me Michael Guiney in-store credit card, and I had a lot of debt collectors calling. I had to put Cowan outside the door of the flat. You used to scare the shite out of them. And if they got past Cowan, Willie O'D would be at the top of the stairs with a sawn off.